Yo, what's going on? Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, all that good shit. This damn, I'm driving, as y'all see, so y'all know I'm not going to be on here very long. But I'm just being realistic, and I'm telling y'all this because I don't want it to be any misunderstandings at all. Just my perspective on everything, you know. As long as y'all know me, I say the same exact shit. I operate the same exact way as far as when it comes to these dogs. You know, I don't think it's, you know, acceptable. Any unhealthy, you know, deformed dog, I just don't think it's acceptable. I've been saying this. You can check my videos. I've been saying this for 15 years, probably longer. You know, even when the dogs wasn't that bad, I was saying it. Oh man, this is a quick video just to, you know, because a lot of people is caught up in drama. You know what I'm saying? What's good morning, homie? You know, but I'm driving, so it's gonna be super quick. But what I'm letting people know is, y'all check out how people move. You know what I mean? I stay on my page, on our page. Let me say that. I only tune in on my pages, and I've been stating the same. Chewy, they got me tied up. Call me when you get off work, cause I'm gonna be running all day. But you know, I stay with my own opinion. People who've known me for 10 years know I don't deal with healthy dogs. That's where the F exotics thing came from. What's going on, Douglas? So what I will tell y'all is this: if you watch this, you know, I don't go to other people's pages. I don't try to argue and debate with people. I state my opinion on, you know, my friendly pages, that which would be TBKC D-Line is friendly for me, and I don't go out and try to debate other people. You know what I mean? They come to this page and they want to debate, and all they debating is that I'm saying healthy dogs. That's been my stance for 10 to 15 years. So if anybody has got, like, you know what I mean, it seems like people is caught up in their feelings because they choosing to do other things, and now they want to put that on me, and they want to come to my page and argue with me. I'm not going to change my mind. I feel like, what's going on, Mr. Alvarez? That's a friend of mine, but we've been knowing each other for about a decade. He'll tell y'all the same thing. I'm not going to change my mind on healthy dogs. I don't tell y'all. I put it this way. And, you know, a lot of people is talking about, oh, you going at John's registry. No, I'm not. John made a registry and made decisions with his registry that goes against what he knows that I've always felt. It's not up to me. What's going on, Rob? It's not up to me to adhere to what they in their feelings about. This is just the truth. You know, I'm not going at Kev Green's registry. If you ever notice, Kev Green don't come at me, not directly anyway. What's going on, Tino? I'm stating my opinion about healthy dogs. If you decide, whether you a kennel, whether you a registry or whatever, that you want to go and mess with exotics, mess with whatever type of dogs, you know, not do the things that I do, that's your opinion. But you're not going to come at me and try to change how I feel about the situation. You know, we all have to make our own beds and lie in it. I don't try to go to their page. Y'all ain't never seen me on nobody else's page talking about nothing. What I do and how I do it has been the most consistent. I give myself that much of a pat on the back. What I do and what I say has been the most consistent in this American bully game. One of the reasons why people hate me. I don't like unhealthy dogs. I don't think it's good for our community. I don't think that bad conformation dogs is good for our community. And I absolutely despise overbreeding and irresponsible breeding to try to correct issues that you're not even doing a good job of correcting because you're breeding bad dogs. That's all my statement has ever been about. I will show y'all a video from the very first bully rant that was now 9 years ago. 8 or 9 years ago. This was the same topic I was talking about then. So what I'm saying to all of y'all people who keep getting in y'all feelings, you're not going to change me because, you know what I mean? No, bro, well, it is now. It is now. I had shut my phones down for a minute while I was dealing with the kids and my little health issues and all that shit. But it is now, though, bro. But, yeah, hit me up. Hit me up, or if you don't have that number, inbox me and I'll shoot it right back to you. But, you know, I'm not going to change who I am because of other people changing with the weather. I went through this with Dave. I went through this with whoever. I've lost a lot of, you know, so-called friends or whatever along the way because people want me to change my vision. And the sad thing about it is, and I'm just being real with y'all, is that, you know what I mean? The truth of the matter is, if you've ever come to me, I've always said the exact same thing. So if you try to do some wishy-washy shit or something that you know that I don't feel like, that I'm not feeling, as a man, don't expect me to flip-flop. If we all friends, if y'all ever been cool with me or whatever, the least you can do as a man or as a woman is respect the fact that I'm going to be who I be and I'm going to stand on what I stand on, and that's healthy dogs. And I think that that's a strong principle to stand on. Not overbreeding, not accepting everything, breeding correctly so we can correct our community. These are things that I believe in. That's why I made the Fuck Exotic shirts. It wasn't to have a war with a community. It was because I felt like, look at the bullshit y'all putting out. So the funniest thing about this is, if you, like I told y'all look, you ain't never seen me on anybody else's page. Y'all ain't never seen me going at people saying you got to change your mind. I talk what I talk to people who want to hear. When people get in their feelings, they come to our page and then they got something to say. It's not going to change. You can argue for unhealthy dogs all you want to, but I'm going to be who I am. The saddest part about it is even the people who try to at points in time act like they my friends and act like they cool with me, they'll be on the bandwagon with me 1 second, then the next second they doing something else, and I'm still talking about dogs, and they inboxing people trying to take shots at me, talk shit about me. They calling people trying to state their case, and the truth of the matter is you don't have to worry about me. You made your bed, lie in it. If you want to be whatever you want to be, do that, but we gonna do us. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? Oh, well, let's make something happen then. Mr. Michael Frederick, let's make it happen. But this is all I was telling y'all. Like I said, I know it's unsafe to be driving and on live and all these things, but I don't have no beef with anybody. That shit's made up. I'm just letting y'all know that for real. Exactly, Rico. I've always been the same way. You know what I mean? I hate to even go to the street level, but you know, even when I was in the streets, I've always been the same way. I'm going to be a stand-up guy. When it's time to go sit down and I got to do some time, I go do my time. I'm not going to change my story. I'm not going to change who I am. I'm going to be the man that I'm supposed to be. I'm not, you know, I don't get in people's inboxes and I don't call people and try to down talk other men. When I got something to say about another man, I just say it. You know what I mean? And I understand that in this culture, I'm missing some of y'all messages because like I told y'all, I'm driving. But I understand in this culture, standing on your principles is not the end thing anymore. You know what I mean? That might be some shit back in the 60s or 70s or something. You know, nowadays, everybody want to swing, blow with the wind to try to fit in something in political campaign. I'm not trying to convince not one person in this whole world to like me. I'm not trying to convince anyone to accept me. I'm going to tell you what we trying to do. And if you vibing with what we trying to do on healthy dogs and promoting a better community that don't overbreed and you know, and make ourselves look like assholes, we cool. If you don't like what I'm saying, you don't have to deal with me. But I'm telling you people, everybody want to come to my page and argue and debate. Check my resume. Check how long this thing go back. You can't discredit me with talking about what happened 10, 15 years ago and this could have happened and that could have happened. Because one thing about me with these dogs, I always kept it 100. I ain't never been caught up in all these crazy scandals and this and that and the other. And it's proven when even the biggest of money was thrown in my face to cross to the other side and to do different things, I turned it down. Y'all ask Dave Wilson himself. Ask him who could have had Demon Boy. Ask him. Dave offered me several dogs. Asked him who could have had Straws off Bagoo without a dime. And guess what? Because I got principles and I do what I say and ain't trying to make money out here and ain't trying to cross no lines. No, Dave, I don't want that. That's simple. Most of these cats ain't got the balls to do that. They accept it because they owned by something. I'm not owned by nothing. You know what I mean? I hear everybody's little jokes. I hear everybody talking shit. Yeah, it took the TBKC longer than expected. You know what I mean? But one thing I tell y'all, and I appreciate those that had patience, it took longer than expected because I was down to struggle and never sell my soul. I don't have no sponsors. I don't have nobody that I owe shit. I don't have to answer to nobody. I don't have to change my standard on how I want to do things because I held my own down. I spent my own $100,000 to get shit popping and do databases and do all this shit. I spent my money. When money came into my face and people wanted to be business partners, I've been in business long enough to know. No, I turned that shit down for one reason in particular, whether it was the money from China or whether it was the money in the United States. Because once you take on partners, you owe people something. And now you got to change your morals and your standards sometime to accept shit that you wouldn't accept because you owe that bank. You know what I mean? The bank don't give a fuck about your morals when you buy a house or a car or whatever. Oh, I just left them dudes at home so I could go work out, man. But this is why I am like I am. I'm promising y'all this on everything I love. I'm not trying to change anybody. Those who want to do what they want to do, go do it. That's all you got to do. You go do it. You don't owe me no explanation. You don't owe me shit. But at the end of the day, I feel like anybody who's fucking with fucked up dogs and dogs that's obviously unhealthy and have issues, you know, and making a profit off of it is selling out. I've been saying that for 100 years. Now, some people getting mad because they feel like that if the shoe ain't fitting, they putting their toes in it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with your own aspersions about how you feel about yourself. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That goes for all the people who got heavily inbred dachs and y'all didn't like what I said. I didn't even say nothing. I put up a video and it showed them. It goes for everybody messing with exotics. Shit, the fuck exotic shirts now is like 6 years old. You know what I mean? Oh shit, we had the fuck exotic shirts back, about 5 years old. To 2014, them shirts was out. It's always been the same. I'm not changing who I am as a man because y'all now getting in y'all feelings. That's just not gonna work, man. And like I say, and I'm just being 100, I do hear all of the bullshit y'all try to call and talk about and this, that, and the other. Yes, I hear about it. But the difference between me and y'all is I stick to who I am and my morals and dogs. I don't got to call people to try to convince them that you a fucked up person or nothing like that. I just be who I be. What's going on, Jason? It's a reality to everything we do. And if we, you know what I'm saying, if we don't stand for nothing, I mean, we don't stand for something, we'll fall for anything, you know? And that's the reality. A lot of people ain't standing on their principles. The dog game, this dog game has changed a million times with the wind, you know? And the only reason why it's changing is because of what's popular. That's it. You know, it's about a popularity contest. It's about what's bringing money in. This is the reason why we see some of the dogs we see now is because they became popular. You don't have to allow them in. Some things that aren't you know, good for a community, not some things, but everything that's not good for a community, instead of making a place for it, you just get rid of it. It's that simple. I don't have a place for shit. Believe me, even in my own house, shit gets flushed and shot away. We're not going to make a pot where we hold on to it and start having a shit collection. And this is what people want you to do. I don't care how much these dogs sell for. You know? Hey man, I ain't gonna never stress out. I'm just, sometimes I had to set the record straight because people put propaganda out there. And so, it's been propaganda since the Hitler days, and people put it out there like a person is mad about something. I'm just putting the facts, and the facts of the matter is they try to make it like a money issue. They try to make it like it's this, he's mad about this, he's mad about that. I'm telling y'all, every position that they talking about, I could have been one of the heads of the ABKC. Dave told them that a long time ago. Went live and told him, I hope he comes over here. We couldn't get together on moral shit, so I couldn't come over there. That's the reason. You know what I mean? I could have made tons and tons and tons of money off these dogs by selling out and doing different things. But guess what? I ain't with that. You know what I mean? The TBKC could have been further ahead if I was willing to take money from people that I felt like at the time, you know what? I'm not taking no money from you because now you're going to ask me to do things that I'm not willing to do. That's called having morals. That's called having values. One thing about me is I'm never for sale. And I don't expect everybody to understand that, but I'm never for sale. Ain't nobody ever been able to make me breed to no exotics. Hell, Denzel, 12 years old, I ain't never bred to Miyagi blood and been offered good money on so many occasions I can't even remember. Some people will never understand when your soul is intact and you ain't for sale. Money don't move me. I believe in what I believe in, and this is all the fight is about. It was easier for me to go with them. It's easier. Don't y'all think it's an easier life that I could have just sold out? I know a lot about bulldogs. I could have mixed some bulldogs in with my dogs. Dave been wanting me to be his buddy for years while I used to be his friend and was offering me all kind of stuff. I could have been right in with Dave and Bashar and all of them selling dogs for this and that and the other. Don't forget they using my blood. So it was that's why they was calling me. We can do this and we can do that. We can send this overseas. I could have had all that shit that they had, but it ain't right. I ain't accepting no flaws. I ain't accepting lying on paperwork. I ain't accepting no murals. I ain't accepting no Down syndrome or none of that shit. So yeah, I pass up on millions of dollars to keep my soul and my balls intact. Don't nobody got me by the balls. These motherfuckers go with me. But everybody don't understand that, man. This shit's an illusion when they tell y'all I'm jealous. What am I gonna be jealous of? I walked away from the position you in. You know what I mean? I walked away from the position that many people is in. I turned down the positions that many people is bragging about now, because morally it wasn't right. All money ain't good money. You know what I mean? All money ain't good money. I want to be able to sleep at night and feel good about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that I did. I want to be able to look at my dogs and still be proud and know that I wasn't no puppy miller or out here putting out dogs that's dying every 2 or 3 weeks. I couldn't live with myself with that shit. So I stick to my morals on it. You know, same reason. My solid stance on exotics, can't nobody in the world convince me that an exotic is healthy when they can't live but 2 or 3 years. I know personally good exotic breeders. I know one of the more popular exotic breeders in the world. He looked me in my face. We was on a vacation together. He looked me right in my face and told me, man, these pay for my kids' college, but my real dog is an American bully. That's what this man told me. This man told me that, right? And if I never say his name, but this man told me this flat out. Cool ass brother, man. He said, these pay for my kids' college and my house and shit. My dog is an American bully. He was like, these dogs are screwed up, but people want them. They spend 10, 15, 250,000. He's like, man, I'm gonna take that money. Another friend of mine, go back even further. You know, he's a true OG American bully guy. He started peddling off exotics on the low. He told me the same thing. He said, T, I'm making that money off these babies. It ain't that they believe in it. They just want the cash. I can't swing that way. That's the difference. The reason why they ain't allowed in my exotic, in my registry, I don't want the money. Ain't nobody really believing that you can fix an exotic. Ain't nobody believing that shit, man. But they got a good paycheck, so we'll deal with them. That's the truth. You ain't looking at these little motherfuckers on no table with their tongue hanging out, rears all up in the air, they dying before they 2 years old, and you seriously believing that you can fix them. And ain't nobody believing that you can fix an exotic. They lying to you. I'm just saying it flat out, plain and simple. They lying to you. The only reason why anybody in the world is going to deal with an exotic today is because of that money. That's the truth. Ain't nothing else. Ain't nothing else. I don't give a fuck who get mad. Ain't nobody with good common sense looked at the exotic community and say, I can fix this shit. You know, it's only one person that can fix that, and that's Jesus. And he ain't made a page yet to quote on nothing, you know, on no Facebook. So, you know, and if you pray about it, God gonna tell you, let it go. So it ain't. They riddled with bad genetics. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, on another note, before I get out of here, it's time for me to go bang these legs out. Y'all hear me crying later on. But the truth of the matter is, you know, we will be back. You know, October 19th, we right there in Jersey. I'm gonna start working on the Rhode Island show. I'm gonna get with my homie Rico, try to get up to Maryland. Houston, Texas, the Houston, Texas area, we locked in here. We'll be releasing that date in the next couple days. Florida is already locked in. I'm making some calls to my hometown to see what the hell they playing me for, but we will get to Ohio. You know, my man is over in Cali right now, and he's locking in his dates. All forms are in and everything, so we'll be able to announce our Los Angeles date. Salem County Fairground, and that's gonna be our it's gonna be a double show. It's gonna be a beautiful event. We're gonna have a Halloween costume type party, giving out awards for the costumes for the dogs and the booths. Whoever got the best booth. It's also gonna be a breast cancer awareness deal, so you'll see a lot of pink. Y'all, I'm probably gonna be in pink because my son's mom is a cancer survivor, so I always try to support her. But we're gonna start having fun, man. I let people talk. You know, if y'all into good clean dogs and a ton of fun, that's what it's about. But you know, we strictly about clean dogs, man. Everybody else can do what they want. Like I say, I'm not going to nobody's pages trying to influence what they do, but we've been doing this the same way now for well over a decade. I take the heat, but I wanted to do this live to tell y'all, because a lot of y'all inboxing me. I don't have beef with nobody, but I'm not going to change my opinion due to what other people is trying to do. I've always said fuck exotics. I've always said breed healthy dogs. I've always said don't overbreed, structure over everything. I've always done this. Jay, I got 4 spots in Louisiana right now that I'm waiting on a call back from. I just put the calls in actually today, Monday. I do believe it was either Monday or Tuesday I put the calls in, so I'm waiting on that. But you know, that's all I'm about, y'all, man. Don't y'all believe no propaganda. Don't y'all believe nobody jumping in your inbox trying to tell you another story. Think about it with your own rationale. If I was out here trying to get money in this, I would do everything that everybody else is doing. I'm turning away money on principle. Been doing it for years. Y'all can't find Denzel bred to one Miyagi dog, one Bullseye dog. For years, I've been standing on them principles. I'm not going to change it due to what everybody else is thinking. But as I always end these things, I want to tell y'all, we all go through things. We all lose people, man. If you hurting, you know what I mean? If you struggling, whatever situation you in, man, don't give up on yourself, and make sure you know what I'm saying, you hitting them knees and asking God to guide you through this process, man, because trust me, I know you can be hurting like a son of a bitch and the rest of the world won't even notice when you a strong person. But, you know, always cling to God and God to get you through it, man. Much love to y'all. Prayers out to all of y'all and y'all families. God bless y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.